Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to the class on English literature. I hope you have understood the explanation that I have given in the previous class. So we are continuing with the same chapter called All Summer in a Day. I hope you remember the summary that I have told you. Remember the children have come to the planet called Venus, where the sun comes for 2 hours every 7 years. So this is the day where the children are expecting to see the sun. And we have the character called Margaret, who had already seen the sun before she came to the planet called Venus, and other children have no remembrance of seeing the sun. So that's what I have told you in the previous class. I hope you have understood. We go with the chapter. Continue with the chapter called All Summer in a Day. Sometimes at night she heard them stare in the remembrance, and she knew they were dreaming and remembering gold or yellow crayon or a coin large enough to buy the world with. She knew they thought the warmness like a blushing in the face, in the body, in the arms and legs and trembling hands. So I'll give the word meaning here. Blushing means a red glow on the face caused by shame. When you feel ashamed, there is a blushing on your face. Trembling means shivering. Sometimes at night she heard means Margaret heard them stare. Stare means talking in a very loud voice. In the remembrance, she knew they were dreaming and remembering gold or yellow, which means Margaret understood that the other children they have no experience of having seen the sun, so they used to dream. The other children used to dream or remember like a gold or yellow crayon. That's the experience they have in their mind, or a coin large enough to buy the world with. Or they used to consider sun as a large coin that could buy the world with. She knew they thought the warmness. Which means Margaret used to understand that they were thinking about the warmness, like a blushing in the face, in the body, in the arms and legs and trembling hands. So this is how the other children used to remember about the concept called sun. I hope you have understanding. The monotonous paragraph. But then they always awoke to the tattling drum, the endless shaking down of clear bead necklaces upon the roof, the walk, the gardens, the forest, and their dreams were gone. So they used to dream in their mind that the sun used to be like a big coin or crayon, yellow crayon or a gold coin. But listening to the drum, tattling drum, the sound made by the drum, they used to come back to the reality, which means where they used to listen to the dropping down of the rain, which means it always rains in Venus. So once the dream is over, they come back to the reality where there is always rain. Their dreams were gone. All yesterday they had read in class about sun. So the previous day they were listening about sun in their class, about how like a lemon it was, which means the sun used to look like a lemon, and how hot it was to be something called the sun. And they had written small stories or essays or poems about it. It means the children had written stories, essays or poems about sun. I think the sun is a flower that blossoms for just 1 hour. So that is one of the poems written by one of the children. So the children had, in the previous class, the children had listened about the sun, how it looks like, and they had written, or they were asked to write stories, essays and poems about it. And one of them had written like what, I think the sun is a flower that blossoms for just 1 hour. Now what happens? That was Margaret's poem, read in a quiet voice in a still classroom while the rain was falling outside. So that particular poem was written by Margaret, who had the experience of the sun. You did not write that, protested one of the boys. So one of the other children, they already did not like Margaret, so they could not accept the poem that was written by Margaret. So they told, You did write that it wasn't written by you, one of them protested. Then Margaret said, no, it is written by me. I am the person who wrote it. I did it. So the teacher who was there, she got angry and said, William, said the class teacher. So what happened? That was yesterday. So that what happened in the previous class. Now the rain was slackening. Slackening means gradually decreasing intensity, which means the rain was decreasing, and the children were crushed in the great thick windows, and children gathered around the window. Where is the teacher? So they were asking, where is the teacher? She will be back. She would better hurry, we will miss it. It is better that teacher would hurry up, or else we are going to miss the appearance. We are going to miss the appearance of the sun. So slackening means gradually decreasing intensity, which means the sun was decreasing and the children were expecting to see the sun. They turned on themselves like a feverish wheel or tumbling spokes. Margaret stood alone. She was a very frail girl. Frail is very weak. Frail is very weak girl who looked as if she had been lost in the rain for years, and the rain had washed out the blue from her eyes and the red from her mouth and the yellow from her hair. So what happens? All the children gathered around or near to the windows. They could see the sun. But what happened? Margaret was standing alone because already other children did not like her, so she was standing alone. She was very frail. Frail is very weak girl who looked as if she had been lost in the rain for years. It means she was affected by the rain because she does not see the sun. The rain had washed out blue from her eyes and the red from her mouth and the yellow from her hair, which means I have already told you in the summary of this particular chapter. The rain had a great impact on the character of these children. It means they did not understand the warmness of the other people. They did not understand the compassion of other people. So that's how the rain affected the life of the children. So this particular girl, Margaret, was standing alone, which means she was completely standing away from other children, and the rain had a huge impact in the life of the child called Margaret. She was an old photograph dusted from an album. In this particular paragraph, will explain about how she was looking. She was an old photograph dusted from an album, whitened away, and if she spoke at all, her voice would be a ghost. Which means she was almost looking like which means the rain had a huge impact on the person called Margaret. And if she had spoken, she would have appeared like a ghost. Now she stood separate, staring at the rain and the loud, wet world beyond the huge grass. And she was waiting outside because the other children did not want her to join them. So she was standing alone. So let's go to today's class. In this particular class, we have seen what was the reaction of the other children towards the person called Margaret, because she had already experienced the sun and other children had not experienced. So that is the difference between these people, Margaret and other children. And these other children did not want to accept the person called Margaret. She had written the poem because she had experienced the sun, and so she wrote the particular poem, but the other children were not ready to accept it. So that's how these two classes. I hope you have understanding the explanation given by me, and if there is any doubt you can ask me. I hope you are clear with it. Thank you.